for reminding me. I literally just had my entire YouTube live stream up and just never turned it on. All right, live on YouTube. A little late. Yeah, live on YouTube. Live on YouTube. Yeah, we'll see what you end up doing next. It'd be cool to work on Ronin, but very smaller scope. Make it a roguelite or something. Very, very roguelite-y, and then make it multiplayer. That could be like a good practice for the zombie game. But I feel like even that is too scope heavy. Even that feels too scope heavy. Work? What do you mean? What do you mean work in quotation marks? What do you mean work in quotation marks? Guys, come on. You could build a framework for the multiplayer aspect during Ronin, which you could transfer over. Yeah, that could be neat. And then the zombie roguelite would literally just be Ronin, but just polished with different weapons and everything. That'd be funny. These levels feel very boxy, which I'm concerned about. But I can potentially break that up a little bit. They feel extremely boxy. I need more references. This is weak. These references are weak. It almost feels like I'm creating one of the Caribbean challenge levels, which might not be a bad thing, having that kind of vibe. These rooms look massive. I'm going to be breaking them up quite a bit. This one might be a bit too big, I will admit. But hey, this is the final room. We got to make it nice and spacious. But yeah, chances are I'm probably going to make these rooms smaller. This room's fine because it mostly fits on the screen almost all at once. Here we got the balcony section. Here we're gonna have like the glass with the exterior kind of area and all of the seams and whatnot. Got a Bruno. And then we got a secondary room for enemies to push through. And then we got what I believe is the last room. This room is a bit too big. We're gonna make this smaller. Yep, gonna make this bad boy smaller. Yeah. What do you use for project management / note taking stuff, like Trello-esque stuff? I use Notion. Because it's like a nice all-in-one program. But yeah, if you're a solo dev, I would recommend Notion. Or just do both, Notion and Trello. Honestly, just use whatever. Just try out whatever. There's so many different things out there that you could try. You know what I mean? So many different things you can try out. Yeah, yeah, Obsidian looks cool, but yeah, I ain't about to learn all that. Notion just works perfectly fine for me. It has a little AI thing that I use for improving my my grammar and all that kind of stuff. That's all I need. I don't need any more than that. I'm using Hack and Plan, but no desktop/mobile app is rough. Hack and Plan was cool for a little bit, but it's like just way too much for me. And also, I hate the fucking UI design. It looks so ugly, man. I can't get over it. Hey, I would love to fix these floating errors. Floating precision errors. Sorry, I'm just a little upset. I'm just gonna manually scale these fuckers up. There we go. Yeah, I think those are floating precision errors. That's why it's causing those gaps. Could also just be my shitty code, which is highly probable. Very much highly probable. Something I will do, though, because these rooms are so large, is I'm going to use the 800 by 800 floor piece. That'll reduce any of our light build seams. What's it causing? Yeah, tiny gaps in the floors. Not this. That's different. And it's causing some... You could probably find one here on this one. Yeah, there it is. Wait. No, this room, for some reason, does not have any gaps. This one is just fine. That's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. This engine does not make any sense. Did you try using 64-bit floats? Yeah, I don't think UE has 64-bit floats. At least not in Blueprint, and not in UE4 at the very least. I know they are gonna... They apparently have a task on their roadmap to expose different data types. Like 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit. I don't know if Blueprint in UE4 has access to those different bit floats. It has the features I like, but holy, it's rough to use. Yeah, honestly, man, a task list, you gotta like looking at it because you're gonna look at it a lot. You know what I mean? And if it causes me to, if it's an eyesore, I don't want to use it. I think that's something I learned. If it's an eyesore and causes me to like not want to organize myself, get it up. 4 at least does not have different data types. I believe 5 does. I saw some stuff with 5s for at least integers. At least I saw something about integers having different bits. Double precision floats were introduced in 5. Right. I do not have access to those in 4, fortunately. I'm going to displace the bark on all my trees with nanite. Here, Phoenix. You're gonna find out. You're gonna fuck around and find out how that's gonna go. It's fine. I have a 4090. Clueless. He doesn't know. All right, how do we make this look? This is kind of small though. This little area is kind of small. Which honestly, you know, maybe that's fine. Maybe it's better. Small's better. You know what I mean? You don't need to be too big, guys. You don't need to. All right, hear me out. It doesn't need to be enormous, okay? Thank you, Krim. You're welcome. I'll be your, don't worry, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Need a beam. Show me the beam. Square beam. This is going to be the Japan level? No, this is not the Japan level. This is one of the Tokyo levels. But it's not the Japan level. Hey, I love how Unreal does this. You see this shit? It's causing like edge bleed. Stop that. This damn engine. Sometimes you confuse me, man. All right, window. Show me window. Window. A window. It's not going to be like I want it to be very like this, but at the same time, I don't want to have to create a bunch of meshes just for one fucking level. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I can't be bothered. Like I would make this, you know, the traditional kind of walls and shit, but dude, I cannot be bothered. I can't be bothered. Surely Fab has some amazing asset packs for this. I can't even be bothered with Fab, man. Navigating that website. I tried to navigate ArtStation yesterday to look at some stuff, and even that was like, even that was an eyesore. Such is life. Such is life. The UE Marketplace was already awful. Honestly, in comparison to Fab, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Navigating Fab has gotten better. I just wish they would moderate the content. Yeah, that's my problem. ArtStation also has this problem. I see like, so on ArtStation, I've been navigating it a lot. And I feel like every other asset has to be fucking ripped. Because I see these like, I see these packs, right? I see these packs of like 30 guns. Like, let me see if I can find an example of like weapon models. And there's no way like people are actually selling this shit for like 20 bucks. And it makes me really fucking sus. Like, look at this. You got a pack of like highly detailed modeled guns, and they're only selling them for 29 bucks. I don't know, man. And there's like a ton of different sellers that are doing like the same thing. I was looking at this and I'm like, yeah, that's really tempting. And then I looked at it, I'm like, there's no way. You got an AS Val in here, you got a Scar, you got what looks to be a FAMAS. AK, multiple AK variants, AUG. Like, was that an FN foul? Like, it's tempting. I don't know. I feel like if I buy this, look at this guy. If I buy this, I feel like I'm just giving it to a scam. Because, like, look at all these. There's no way. Yeah, they're all untextured, which is also sus. It's like, well, okay, well, now you're getting away from the palm. I think the thing that would really give it away is if they're all triangulated. I think if they're all triangulated, I think these are ripped. But none of the, do any of these have a wireframe? It's so suspicious, man. Look at this. Yeah, it is triangulated. There's some, no, that's not true, actually. There's some, nah, man. I don't, no, there's some quad, but maybe you could just use a blender modifier to just quadrangulate, whatever it's called. It's too suspicious, bro. AI store logo, studio in the name, price is too low. It's, let me check their Instagram. They apparently have an Instagram. Let's see. Sorry, this page isn't available. Could be AI, but guns are also easy to model. I don't think this is AI. These look like genuinely like the actual guns. I think they might be ripped from a game. Like that's the concern I have, is like these could just be ripped from a game. Right? And like, don't get me wrong, I can model these guns too. I can model guns. No problem. It's about the time investment, right? It's about time. Might have just modeled them in their spare time. Does it show when these were released? That's the thing I also really fucking hate about ArtStation. God, the longer I live, the more I actually just kind of despise Epic Games. I'm not gonna lie. The more I'm just been using this engine for so long, and I'm seeing all this bullshit. Go to their portfolio if they have one. Portfolio. 30 modern guns posted 2 months ago. Modern Gun Volume 2 posted 2 months ago. Can I see the actual date? February 5th. January 29th. February 17th. Bro, no fucking shot. Look at the software they're saying they used. Blender, Maya, 3ds Max. Why did they use all three? Rism, okay, makes sense. And then Marmoset, I guess. Blender, Rism, Photoshop. Blender, Maya, 3ds Max, Cinema 4D, Rism. ZBrush, Unreal Engine, Unity, Photoshop. Multiple artists? Potentially. I feel like when they start using emojis in their shit, they've got to be a fucking scammer. See, that's what I mean, though. You look at ArtStation, you see all this stuff, and then I start seeing all these Marvelous Designer, like, templates, and I'm like, where did they get this shit from? Because there's so many different artists doing the same fucking thing. Artists doing the same fucking thing. It's just so weird. It's a studio. I feel like if it was an actual studio, they'd probably be giving credits to each artist. or just not making their shit look like AI generated. You know what I mean? It just screams out, hey, I'm suspicious. Also, their Instagram doesn't work anymore. I don't know, dude. It's fucking weird, man. So that's what I mean. Like, looking at ArtStation, looking at Fab, looking at all these marketplaces, and what can you trust anymore? You like can't trust anything anymore. And you can't be like, well, you know, then it's on the artist legality. No, if someone finds you breaking their copyright, it's on you. It's not on the seller. And guess what? That seller is probably gonna be gone by the time you get sued or found out or whatever. Actual Instagram, same stuff. Just posting the shit. All they're doing is following all of the stuff. See, like, this is kind of just weird. All of their following, they just follow a bunch of software. I'm sorry, nobody follows Photoshop. Nobody fucking follows Photoshop or Behance. Get out of here. Oh, God. It's kind of maybe I don't know, who knows, man. The thing is, it's just so suspicious selling it for so cheap. I can't trust it. I can't trust it. I really can't. I want to, but I can't. I would love to have a bunch of weapon models that cost me like basically fucking nothing. Been lurking your stream for years off and on. But for 5.5 years, it's finally coming out in 1 week. Thank you for inspiring me and making game dev feel less lonely. Hey, hell yeah, man. I'm glad you're glad you got stuff releasing. I hope the release goes well. I hope it goes well. Yeah, thanks for sticking around.
Shit my pants, I did.
Scotty, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Seems too big. Ah, whatever, fuck it. Nice open area. Looks like a soccer field. I've had subs since 2025 for a week, and I've already been annoyed by Adobe twice. Yeah, get used to that, man. That's why I bought that shit on Steam, so I don't have to deal with Adobe's bullshit. But even then, they still somehow try to find their way in. Was making a bunch of radiators, boilers, and stuff for the asset store. I still think selling assets is a great little passive income. Gets you to do something. You build up a directory of assets. You learn a bunch of stuff. It's just you almost have to go out of your way to make yourself look like an actual human being now, because that validation process to make sure like an asset is actually not copyright infringement is so complicated now. I feel like now, whenever I look at an asset and want to purchase it, if it's too good to be true, I don't know, man. Something's probably wrong. Some fuckery's afoot. Either that, or they live in like a third world country, and like $10 US is enough to buy them like a mansion or something. Which then, at that point, hey, fucking go off, king. Hell yeah. But like, I don't know. Something about your webpage looks fucking sus. What would you want to see on an asset store page? Have you buy it like a time lapse? If the price is too good to be true, I need other confirmation. So either A, I need to see an actual proper portfolio that's not just all of your fucking store products and that's it. Like, I think that helps a lot. Or usually if it's priced properly, I'll be like, okay, that's less suspicious. Okay, let me look around a little bit just to make sure. Yeah. Because, like, I was looking at ArtStation. Let me see if I can find... I should have added that shit to my library. Let's see here. 3D game assets. Marvelous designer. I was looking at like a bunch of Marvelous designer stuff, but like look at the amount of people that do it. And like I know they bundle stuff up together as well, but are there people really making this many like Marvelous designer templates with clothing, or are they getting this from a different source? Does Marvelous designer have its own store? You know what I mean? Oh, whoa, 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 hey. Yeah, I was looking at some stuff like this for the clothing. So, metahumans made that kind of asset really popular. No, it's not really metahumans. It was always character creator, Clo3D. All those things were already popular. Might just be AI. I don't think an AI. I think you guys are thinking a little too fucking highly of AI. Okay. Unless you just mean like an AI that's selling the store pages and then just spamming it. But I think the actual product itself is an actual thing. Like there's like $40 for all these clothes. Like I don't know. I guess it's easier to just make a bunch of Marvelous designer clothing, I guess. I don't know. But I was looking. I gotta find there was one dude I was looking at his stuff that looked pretty good that I think I could probably get. The hell was that, man? Dude, what the hell was that? Where is he? I swear to God, if he's not using the term clothing or Marvelous designer, I'm gonna freak out. I don't know where it is. I should have added it to my cart. I forgot to. I forgot to. Yeah, but there's so many people doing this. Yeah, I can 3D model nowadays and blah, 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 blah. Listen, there is no. Oh, here it is. This guy. I don't think an AI is going to be able to create Marvelous designer templates. we're not there yet. But this guy has some stuff that I think could be kind of cool. There's some suits and stuff in here. Some clothing that could be good. Because I also need some female clothing as well. I need a mix. Like having a clothing option like this could be pretty sick. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then this one I was looking at could also be pretty cool. This matches pretty well. The vibe. Yeah. That could be kind of good. So, I have no clue what kind of clothing I'm going to do. Like, this could be kind of cool. My problem is, though, I guess this would just be a pants option thing. Yeah, I'm going to have to see what the workflow would be like for doing this and then adapting it to my own character model. That's going to be fun. Going to have to whip out my Marvelous Designer 7 license or whatever. I'm still pissed off that they didn't allow me to upgrade my perpetual license because I forgot to after 3 years. Yo, Luke, you're a game dev? Yes, supposedly. Adobe and Autodesk, two companies have been nickel and diming people for decades. Yep. Yep. Okay, how we feeling about this so far? I've downscoped this so much mentally in my head that to the point where I'm just fucking making box rooms. I don't care anymore. You know what? I am actually going to say this is in the city. But then what makes it weird is that we have a balcony here, but then we have like a room here. That doesn't really make too much sense. Unless maybe we like extend this a bit outward or something. I don't know. Endless block out back rooms. That's basically what this is. Yeah. Think about it. This, I think I'd want it to be an architectural wall because I don't want to see it on the inside. Please tell me this is a grid of 10 or at least 5. It's perfect. Perfection. What tool am I using for blockout? It's a tool I made myself. It's a spline that just keeps instancing meshes and scaling them. That is basically what the back rooms is, period. Just a block out. Handy. Can I have it? I plan on, well, we'll see. If I feel like it, that would be the marketplace asset that I end up creating after we finish this game. To take a break from game dev a little bit and instead just do some tool creation. One of the things I'd like to do is make a toolkit. This tool would be a part of it, but I'd probably improve it a lot because it's kind of shit and all over the place. Yeah. That would be kind of a handy thing I'd like to do. But like, this feels so, because I'm in UE4, I don't have geometry scripting and all this other stuff. I feel like I could make such a better tool. You know what I mean? I feel like I can make better tools. I just don't know how to use the new geometry scripting stuff that's in UE5. I feel like that would open up some humongous doors. Yeah, the God Mode Toolkit. Yeah, yeah. The GMTK. Literally, the YouTuber's fucking acronym. The GMTK. I'll make you a tool. What do you want? Can you make me a thing that like prints out money for me legally? Thanks. I'm golden. Is this sure? Hey, hell yeah. We got the money, guys. We're in the money. All right, now we need to work on like little sections in here. It's called Stop Being Distracted and Publish Your Game. Hey, what the hell, man? I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it, man. What do you want from me? Okay. How do we change up this room to not be a boring box? How do we change up this room to not be a boring box? What do we want from you? Ronan, please? What do you guys... Okay, I'm curious. For those that want Ronan, what do you see Ronan being? Because I'm going to be honest, I even at the time of when I was working on Ronan, the problem was I didn't know what I wanted it to be. One of the things I wanted Ronan to be like a new modern Jedi Knight game, but I definitely did not hit the mark. It was very challenging to even try to do that. So cool movement and fishing. Why is fishing everywhere? Don't worry, the zombie survival game will have fishing. We'll have fishing in there, okay? Brain AFK slashing through enemies while everything's really juicy, but there's also some depths of the gameplay if the player wants. Base construction in Ronan? Base construction in Ronan? Or do you mean in the zombie game? I'm lost. It's too many in Ronin. Base construction in Ronin. I think you and I had completely different visions of what the game was going to be. Base construction. It has to have it all. That's true. That's true. Base construction's on the list, huh? Also has to be an MMO. I'm never making an MMO, ever. I don't even want to. I remember back when I first started game dev, I wanted to make an MMO. Now, I don't care for MMO. I'm going to be honest. I don't care. I actually find co-op games to probably be better than MMOs, in my opinion. I think the age of MMO, in my opinion, is kind of just like, who gives a shit? Until we can get like super performant MMOs, I don't care for it. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, that's going to cost you a Prime sub. All right, how dare you be late to the stream? How dare you? How is the 104% tariffs going to affect the super higher pricing? We're increasing the price for China by 104%. I don't know. What else do you want me to tell you? I'm kidding. That's obviously not. Oh, man. America. What a funny little place. Does this mean it's a bad time to move to Seattle? I don't know. I saw like a streamer who was like looking at stocks, and he looked like he was in fucking despair, bro. I felt so bad. he, he looked so disgruntled, man. He looked like his life savings just fucking disappeared in front of his eyes. I'm like, oh god, kind of hurt my heart a little bit, man. That's how I felt when I had to look at how much taxes I had to pay last year. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Stock market is being fucked hard by AI. I don't think it's AI doing it, brother. I don't think it's AI. Well, unless you mean like maybe AI are like creating like maybe there's some like you know there's like a new subset of news journalists that's like literally just AI journalists. Like they're not even real people and it's just a bunch of bullshit. And I guess the stock market is very pushed by emotion, so but I was saying on top of the other problems, I really don't think that's the contributor to what's going on right now with the stock market, but I don't think the stock market's getting fucked by AI. I think the job market's getting fucked by AI right now, though. And it's really silly, but I hope the corporations that try so hard to invest so much in AI and they lay off a ton of their people end up getting fucked. But at the same time, I hope they don't get fucked, because then that will fuck over the people that currently have their jobs. So I don't know, it's a bit of a conundrum. Bit of a conundrum. Bit of a kerfuffle, as you could say. A little bit. We could separate this room with a wall and then 2 doorways. It could be kind of interesting. What's the Canadian opinion about the US currently? You know exactly what it is. I don't think we're against the US necessarily. I think we're just not buying US products as much anymore. There's a whole thing to just boycott US products as much as you can. I stopped buying soda. So thanks. Thanks, DJT. Thanks, big dog DJT. He stopped my addiction of buying sugary drinks. And instead now I buy local kombucha, which tastes fucking great, only has 2 grams of sugar, no fat, nothing, and it's got vitamins and shit for me. It's fucking great. Thank you. So, yeah. Obviously can't cut out all American products. There's some things that we just don't have here necessarily. That is just American. Which I think is kind of like a wake-up call for Canada, I hope. But, you know. I think the entire world kind of sees the US in somewhat of a similar way. But I feel like some of the posts I'm seeing on social media is kind of, I guess, what would the term be? Virtue signaling, I guess. A little bit of that going on too. We're aiming for a Q2 release this year. Oh, we're aiming for this month, brother. We're aiming for this month. Start planning your schedule to see the next project. What's the problem with Canada? 90% of our land is in fucking uninhabitable areas. That's one problem. 90% of our land is fucking uninhabitable. We might as well not even have it. We might as well not even it might as well not even be considered Canada, to be honest. Literally, like, what is it? What's the percentage of our population that lives on the edge or like lives on the border, close to the U.S. border? I want to say it's probably like close to like 90%. According to the U.S., they're practically a communist country. That's so funny. Anyways, we're getting into political land, guys. Everybody shut up. Chicken jockey, whatever that even means. I don't even know what that means. What is that? What is that? I've heard this saying. What is that? It's a zombie on a chicken. Some Minecraft shit? I don't know. It's a baby zombie on a chicken in Minecraft. Oh, is that what that was? Yeah. It's Gen Z speak? Ah, great. Isn't that not Gen Z? Isn't it like Gen Y or whatever? What's the latest thing these days? Free healthcare? Don't be fooled by that. Alpha. Yeah. Why did they call them alpha? Honestly, with how stupid they're going to become, they might as well be a beta. Actually, they're probably smarter than all of us, to be honest. They're going to grow up, and these fuckers are going to be smart. And then they're going to have, like, the inability to buy anything because everything's going to be so expensive. Oh, the housing market? That's not for you, buddy. Buying a house? That's not for you. This is a renting. This is renting. Everything's renting. I saw a clip on Twitter of a bunch of Zoomers and Yeeters clapping and cheering every 10 seconds in the Minecraft movie. I saw a clip of that. Huge portion of them are iPad babies. Their attention spans are going to be fucked. But the thing is, here's the thing. Their attention spans are going to be fucked, but like even boomers and people that are not within that generation and are 20 to 30 years old also are having their attention spans fucked. So in reality, everyone is being screwed over. Our ease of access to information is actually both a blessing and a curse. Are Canadians so different from people of the US, like the mindset and everything? Like, it's still North America. The mindset is generally similar. It depends on where in Canada. I feel like some parts of Canada have a different vibe going for them. Smaller town has a different vibe. You know what I mean? I think that's very important. Just like how Swiss Germans and Swiss French are very different from each other as well, in some respects. My experience, Americans are usually less polite. See, that's where I would say it depends again. I think it depends on the state. I've met some really nice Americans. I met really, really nice Americans. They invite you to their barbecue and they haven't even met you. Like that level. You know what I mean? Like it really depends on where. Depends on if you're in the city, if you're outside of the city. I think there's so many factors to it. So I don't know. I've met some very not polite Canadians. Like there's this stupid stigma or stereotype that Canadians are like the most like nicest people. No, it's not true. Don't be fucking fooled. Don't be fooled. I see people that are pro 51st state and pro Canada in one city, so it depends on people. The pro 51st staters. But Crimson, you're so friendly. I'm not that friendly. It's just more so I don't like conflict because it makes me anxious. I mean, you are insulting your chat very often. What do you mean? You guys insult me. Chat who bullies the streamer. Ha ha ha. Streamer bullies the chat. What the fuck, man? What the hell, man? This is double standard. Am I from Vancouver? No. No. Does it look like I do fucking drugs? No, I'm not from Vancouver. How's the drug problem in Vancouver? Is it getting better or is it still getting worse? Yes, it looks like I do drugs. Dude, what, like, which one? Fill me in. We get to bully you, you're getting our money? Hey, motherfucker, I don't see a sub icon next to your fucking name. Okay? So I don't know what money you're talking about here, okay? I don't know what money you're talking about. What is this makeup fucking Monopoly money? Or smells like cheese. You get my ad revenue? Ah, get the fuck out of here. Kidding me? You get my ad revenue. I don't run ads. You only get the pre-roll ads. And hell, in What I do at the beginning of the stream is I run a 3-minute ad, which gives 60 minutes of no pre-roll ads for the people that trickle in at the very beginning of the stream. I know people from Quebec City are very friendly. I think I used to live in Montreal when I was younger. I think Montreal had to have the most bitter human beings I've ever met in my life. It had to have the most bitter people. I don't know what they put in their water, but like something's not right. Something ain't right over there, dude. Oh god. He has a big nose for a reason. Yeah, so I can smell the bullshit from a mile away. A mal parler du monde du Québec. Sorry, I will speak of Quebec like this. Okay? Because they ruined the French language. You got a medal? I'm kidding. Is it Quebec that made tabarnak? I've never heard that term, like, ever used in Switzerland. I feel like that's just, like, not something anybody uses. Tabarnak. Like, Quebec French and regular French are very different. Yeah, one is understandable and the other is not, so. I'm kidding. Kind of. There's always a little bit of truth in every joke. You know what I mean? Yeah, we had a stupid law that passed that I don't remember what the law was. It basically disallowed us to see any Canadian news outside of Canada network, like news networks. I think that's what it was. Any news that's outside of Canada, we are not able to see anymore legally. I think that was the law or the bill. That had to be probably the most like suspicious fucking bill that has ever passed. I think ever in this country, in my opinion. Sounds like a cover up. It sounds like fucking dictatorship, if you ask me. It sounds like trying to control a fucking narrative. Yeah, Bill C-11 was that everyone who referenced Canadian news outlets had to pay Canadian news outlets. So if I search up Canada news on Google, or let me see, Canadian news. I don't know how to force it to show up. Basically, there is moments where Google also will not show any of that news, those news outlets anymore. It will show, Google will show, you know how it, like when there's like something that's like DMCA, it'll show you like a thing at the bottom. It'll be like some results were not shown due to Canada law. That shit was is the fact nobody was like talking about that. Like, hello? Excuse me? It's a little fucking weird. Canada's a bit of a weird place. May have ruined the language, but poutine balances that out. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Poutine's not even that good. Like, honestly. You know what's better? Get yourself some fucking french fries. Put some fondue on top of it or a raclette. There you go, brother. There you go. If you want, put some fucking like meat sauce on top of it or brown sauce, whatever it's called. What do you call that? Gravy. Put a bit of gravy on top there. There you go, bro. The cheese curds fucking suck. They suck. Cheese curds are not even that good. I have not had a poutine where cheese curds like tasted good. They're just kind of gross. They have a weird rubbery texture a lot of the time. They don't melt properly. You might as well get something that actually melts properly. All right, get some raclette. Right, scrape that shit on. Ooh, yeah. We did it here as well in Oz. It was to stop Google, etc., scraping news outlets and presenting it on their own feeds and not having to pay anyone for it. Like, I get it for trying to make some money out of it, but it's like, it's a little suspicious. It's a little suspicious. It definitely has, it has a little bit of suspicious, it reeks a little bit of a smell. Working on some boss fights for my game? How's that going, Golden? Why does light always bleed through edges in UE4? I don't know. Fucking... I don't know. Is this a Japanese map? It's one of them. But honestly, I don't think there's too much reminiscence of it here. Let's see. What did I want to do with this? I want to break up these rooms. But we need to figure out a purpose behind these rooms. This could be half office, half living space. So I mean, this could be like a front entrance. A front entrance with an office. Feels a bit like the other levels, but whatever. Frock it, man. We ballin'. Another news, Love, Death, and Robots just dropped their season 4 teaser. I think I tried to watch season 3, and I got like, I don't remember which episode I watched. I got pretty bored of it. I really found season 1 to be great. I found some of them to be really cool. But I feel like some of the episodes go ridiculous in terms of the violence and gore and whatnot. It's kind of like, you know what? Maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not for me. Unreal probably has about 1 million hidden console commands that make your game look 10 times better. It's ridiculous. Listen, man. Baking lighting is a universal problem. Shit sucks ass. It's fucking horrendous. Shit sucks balls. So it was gonna be a grab bag. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a case of just find the episode that you find interesting and then just stick to that. I think I want to say vas-tu finir par sortir un jour? It's going to come out one day. Your walls are also very thin, to be honest. That's not going to contribute to the light problems that we have. The specific light problems that we have. We have other light baking issues that are not related to the wall thicknesses. How thick are the walls? I think they're, because of the 10 units, I think 20 units wide. Yep, 20 units wide. All right, so we got ourselves a little front entrance. I don't want to put the door here because then... 400 by 100. Yes. Wait, one side looks a little wider than the other. $360. $370. I was so close. I was actually like so close. It's just that I couldn't actually symmetrically do it because of the unit snapping I had. Okay. All right. So we got a little entrance room, kind of like an office. I've turned this into an office. It was supposed to be an estate, and now I just turned into an office. Whatever. I guess we'll just make this like a cyberpunk-ish kind of vibe then. I don't even know what the description of this level is. Let's see what it is. We'll change it. What does sashimi say? Make your way to the target's manor and eliminate the enemies. Yep. That's definitely to be decided. Gonna have to change that one. Ronin vibe? Kind of Ronin vibe, yeah. If you put a fountain or a fish aquarium, it'll be like an estate again. Nah, this is a big ass fucking building. That's what this is. It's got a soccer field kind of thing going for it. Yeah. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do like a view of a city here. I am finding one problem. I do want I want some transition rooms because I want to load the level, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. What building is this long? Listen, man. Oh, that could be sick. Actually, now that you mention it, you brought up a pretty cool idea. What if this is two separated buildings, but we're actually just jumping across to the next building? We're like going in one building and then jumping into the other building. Yo, that could be kind of sick. Yo, all right. I like the sound of that idea a lot, actually. That's a cool idea. So I guess we'd what? Jump from this one to this one? Is perspective a thing from UE4 or a plugin? I've never done that in UE4. Brother, it's in the top corner or top toolbar. You'll see. What the hell? There's different perspectives? What theme is that? This is it's a plugin called Darker Nodes that makes the theme look a bit different. Darker Nodes. Yeah, I like the idea of two separate buildings. I like that idea a lot. That's a sick idea. Just snatching it up, it looks clean. It works well in UE4. I have no clue how it works in UE5. So just as a note, I have no clue how well it does in UE5. I am uncertain of its qualities. That's not the right asphalt. That's not the right asphalt. Which is the right asphalt? This is probably not the right asphalt. It had to compile. That's probably not it. That might be it. I think. Ah, we used Vista Building Roof. That's not right. What the fuck even is that? Yeah, I like this a lot better. I like this idea because it kind of is like a continuation of Kanji, which is the rooftops style building. It's like you're in the interiors of the rooftops, but you're still kind of playing with the rooftops. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Catch my drift? And then we jump down from this rooftop to the other. Double check, make sure that we can jump over. We have a lot of jumping in these levels, and that's okay. That adds a little bit of spice. Might be a bit too close, though. I feel like we'd want our player to jump over and then, like, go upstairs or something. Because I feel like we'd want our bad guy to be up high up. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Cool. Okay. I feel like it'd be cool if you go into a staircase to go upstairs. My perspective thing is busted. UE5, man. Yeah, UE5. In orthographic zoom. Which version of UE is this? UE5 what? Oh man, UE5, dude. UE5 is so funny. U 5.4. UE5 is so funny. What a funny little engine. What a funny little what a funny little guy, you know what I mean? What a funny little guy. Here, Blues. Trying to make destructible objects for the janitor boss fight, but chaos in UE5 is very temperamental. Yeah, you know, you gotta say hi to it on a good day. You gotta say hi to it on a good day. You know what I mean? If you catch it at the wrong time, oh dude, you're in for a world of hurt. Like you're not gonna like what's coming. Actually, because our camera angle is this way, we should probably actually offset the camera this way instead. Something I learned, I don't know if this is good environment design or just good design in general. I hate symmetry. So like, you know how I just had that like lined up? I also want to make sure like this isn't centered. There's a bit of offset here, so it's like more on this side. Asymmetry, in my opinion, is where the goods are at. I think that's what I learned. I think having any sort of symmetry looks really boring. Like even this right now, I'm a little sus about it. But what we could do is break up the symmetry by having maybe like some chairs here or something like that, and kind of break it up, or have objects here that kind of add a little bit of leaning. I feel like that just feels so much fucking better, man. Yeah, symmetry is just ass. It's ass. What are you up to today? We're just working on the level, on the last level we need to work on. We're working on the last level for the game, for this update. You building at a skyscraper to skyscraper jump? Yes. Now, it's not necessarily you jumping through a window. It's just jumping from skyscraper to skyscraper. Originally, the game, this whole level had a completely different vibe. This was going to be like you work your way up an estate on a mountainside and fucking infiltrate the estate. Now we just turned it into a city skyscraper to skyscraper just because I'm fucking just scoping down as much as I can. And I'm doing this instead. Now, it would be cool making it so you can dive through the windows. That would be cool. However, like we could still do that. Like it could still be done. I just have to make the windows really big. And also the building would have to be closer. Like we could make it so this doesn't have a thing and it's just a bunch of windows. Like that could look pretty sick. Level design is my nemesis. Early on, I really hated level design. I think as I got a little better at it and understood more about it, I think I got better at it. And I also think having a good tool set is really handy. Like these walls and stuff, I think if I didn't have this shit, I would have fucking, this game would have been done. Would have been cooked. Helps a lot having tools like this. Also, I learned one thing. Level design and environment art is a multi-step process, and you just need to be patient with it. It's very iterative. There's a lot of elements of patience involved. So this makes the idea of this being an office and then going into like more of an estate style building, it actually makes it make more sense. Now, should we just dive through the glass windows? Should we dive through glass windows or dive from like one little maintenance area to another? I wonder. I was thinking it'd be cool to make it so instead of we directly going into this, it would go into like a staircase or something, and then you work your way up kind of like a traditional building. Windows could be kind of cool. You could dive out of glass windows too. I want to do this because then you have we could put a player start here for one. So we have a checkpoint here. And then two, you kind of see the windows to kind of dive through. Maybe have them, need to make geometry for the skyscraper? Yeah, we will. Right now, the only thing I'm worried about is just making this playable. That's the biggest thing. Just want to make sure this is playable. Okay, so let's do this then. If we're going to have some glass windows here, destroy those walls. Could drop through a glass ceiling. I'm not sure how we would do that for this level, but we could. Okay. We need to make this much closer. Like almost halfway. Okay, then the next thing, we need to put some glass windows in here and stuff. Now, what I'm worried about is how do we show to the player that, hey, you need to go through the glass? I guess we hope for the best. We hope for the best that the player is like, hey, I can go through the glass. Why is my perspective thing broken? Could be because my level's too huge. I also have a large landscape. I would try to validate or verify the integrity of your project and see if something fucked up, because it is giving you an ensure failed just on changing the ortho perspective. Could have some sort of safety warning sticker on the glass. I don't know, because we've never really... Have we ever had the player jump through glass window to navigate the level? I don't know. Let's just hope the player knows. Glass could be your fast way and a nice yellow window. Yeah, maybe we do that. Because we have... What I did in another level is we did this. So you jump over, but if you miss, there's this little catwalk that catches you, and then there's a door that brings you to the top here. So we could do a little bit of that again. We could just do that again, honestly. Could do a bit of that. So many spots I could put secrets in this level. I got caught in flip side by one of those and it saved me, but I wasn't sure if it was intentional. It didn't have a door? What do you mean, like here? Between the buildings. Oh, did this accidentally like catch you? Yeah, technically you're supposed to die. Or this. Oh, do you mean this? Yeah, that technically both of those shouldn't exist. I might change that. A crane with a hanging platform. We already did that once. I'm not gonna do it again. This level already has the whole crane platform thing. So I don't wanna redo that again. The shipping container jump another go. I'm thinking I might make this a bit easier, because I feel like players are gonna not know that they need to jump into the container because there's a slight gap and they might die to it. Honestly, kind of skill issue, but there is a player. There is I think a checkpoint somewhere here, so it's not too big of a deal, but yeah. Again, yellow paint. Yeah, maybe we get some yellow paint. Anyways, watch this drive. Anyways, watch this drive. We're going to do a double bay window. Make sure that we can jump through it. Yeah. What? Oh, this doesn't have collision. It doesn't have collision? No. There must be a reasoning as to why it doesn't have collision. Past me knew something. Well, what does current me not know? Not sure. Past me is unknowing. Alright, so then we need some destructible glass, brother. Some destructible glass. Let's fucking see it. Hey, hell yeah. Worst thing is that thanks to yellow paint, I can't put yellow paint somewhere randomly anymore. It's gotta have meaning, man. It's gotta have meaning. You can't just put that anywhere. It's not like Frank's hot sauce. You can't just put that shit on anything, okay? You got to be calculated. It's got to have meaning. So we will change the health of these. So the health is going to be 1. The minimum overlap HP will be 1. And that should allow us to jump through it. DK, how did you implement translation between levels? Translation between levels. What do you mean by translation? Transition? Oh, transition? Oh, we just load the level. Just load the level, put a little widget loading screen kind of thing, and then go with it. I think maybe we put the minimum overlap HP at 0, and it should allow us to overlap it. And also freeze my game, because I don't think we broke any... What the hell? How does this work? Oh, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we just put a widget on the screen, or a UI. It shows that you're loading, and then we can just go from there. All right, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm down. Cool. No reminder about diving shortcut? Listen, if you're at this point of the game and you don't remember how to dive, we've given so many reminders. Maybe we will. Maybe we will put a diving shortcut. Or diving... a little UI reminder. We might have to. Make only one of the windows breakable. Change it each time they respawn. That's fucking ludicrous. Speaking of which, let me check that I did the same thing. Oh, okay, good. All right, just making sure. Okay, thank goodness. It would be bad if it was not working as intended. Don't let that man make a game. No. Let him make a game. Just let him make the right kind of game, like a rage game. Like, I want to be the Boshi style kind of game. I feel like that's the kind of game. Like a rage game. He's got the right mindset for that. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's the concept. This room feels too big. Look, it's like almost a duplicate room. I don't know how I feel about that. How does this look in third person so far? Oh, it's kind of cool because this balcony shows where you're going to have to go. At least in third person, it shows that. In top down, you kind of see it too. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. It's kind of cool. All right, sick. I know something I can do here. I can change the health of these to 2 and then change the minimum overlap HP to 4, and I think we should still be able to run through it while also being able to shoot it. Yeah. Cool. It's so funny, both in YouTube chat and on Twitch chat, 2 people are like, I forgot you added third person. I forgot you added over the shoulder. Yes, we did. I did. I'm very bad at marketing that stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It'll be in all the marketing material. Third person mode. Giga third person mode. Hell yeah. I still remember trying to get the camera through a door. Ah, yes. And then we just said fuck it, and I just went with whatever thing I went up with. It's still not the best third person camera, I will admit. Okay. What we'll do, because now we're under the impression that this is 2 skyscrapers, we'll put concrete flooring in here. And then we'll go on ahead and make it so this is actually like this. Almost like a maintenance kind of area. Let's go on ahead and I'm going to do something. Because we're going to make this at nighttime as well. We're going to go ahead and copy the light setup from the other level and bring it into here. Also has a skybox, copy the skybox, bring that into here as well. Sick. Seeing you developing a top-down so much, my brain just deleted the info. Honestly, I don't blame you. My brain also wishes it could delete the info that I'm working on a fucking top-down game. I hope GTA 6 has an FPS mode. Oh, you think you mean the first person mode that like super nauseating? Can't believe you're reusing assets. Shake my head, disappointed. That's my entire game is just reusing assets. Literally my entire game is just reusing assets. I actually hate the way the character moves in GTA. That's that kind of like root motion. It's that root motion. It's almost like the character uses a physics setup for the movement. If you hate it in GTA 5, I bet you it's going to be even more of that in GTA 6. Rockstar loves root motion / physics-based character movement systems. They love that. They love it. So, yeah. Oh well, still gonna play it. I hate it as well. I feel like there's only one game that did it well. GTA feels, in my opinion, clunky. It almost feels like you just keep running into walls because your character is not moving the way you want it to. I feel like there's a game that I saw that did it really well where they like blended it pretty well together. It maybe the Division? Maybe the Division? I don't remember which game had Assassin's Creed. Rockstar really wants you to feel like an actor in a movie, going to pre-designated spots and performing preordained actions as opposed to a character inhabiting a world. Shit sucks. That's the fantasy they want you to feel. So I bet you GTA 6 is just going to be robbing banks again, fucking dealing with drugs, fucking just the classic shit. I spotted robbing banks, robbing stores, doing drugs, selling drugs. I mean, that's what people want, though. I guess it's just more of the same, but with more modern tech, I guess. I'm just curious to see how GTA RP is going to be in GTA 6. That's going to be interesting. I find that more interesting is like, what are they going to do with online? Their shitty fucking online. Try Metal Gear Solid 5 movement. Isn't Metal Gear Solid 5 movement good? Hot take, Watch Dogs 2 is significantly better than GTA 5 because there's actual shit to do in the city. Man, I was so hyped for Watch Dogs 1 when I was younger, and then it came out. It was like I think I overhyped it. At that point, I think I was like, okay, I understand now. My expectations for anything are way too high. Happened to Starbound for me as well. My expectations of Starbound were way too high. And then it just fell flat. I think that could technically happen to anyone. I bet you there's so many people overhyping GTA 6. They probably expect like the most ridiculous shit. We'll see what ends up happening. See what ends up happening. I feel like some of the expectations that people have are so unrealistic that nothing can fucking save them there. I'm hoping the map is way bigger for GTA 6. But why do you want the map to be larger? I want the map to just be more detailed with more stuff to do. I don't want it to be larger. I just want it to have more interesting things. I think GTA 5's map was a pretty good balanced size of scale and different like waypoints. In some regards. In some other areas, it was kind of empty. But I think the emptiness was, in terms of open world games, the emptiness didn't feel like super large in comparison to like DayZ maps where it's like just fucking forest for an hour. Forest for a fucking hour. Big maps are pushed by some dumb managers. I really don't think big maps adds anything to a game unless it's specific to the design. Like maybe there's hunting or something else. But you think GTA will release in 30 FPS for consoles? That's a really good question. I actually don't know. That's what happened to GTA 5, if I remember correctly. It released 30 FPS on, what was it, PS3 and shit? Or whatever the consoles were at the time. Who knows what they're aiming for now? "30 FPS in 2025 is wild." This is Rockstar we're talking about. This is Rockstar we're talking about. I don't know. People have bought GTA 5 4 different times, so I really don't know. Half of GTA 5's mountains. I would say half of it is. I would view the mountains as like look like if an island was like this and there's a big mountain in the middle here, this is like uninhabitable area. This is just like a way to break up the level and then make it like a donut. So it's like a barrier, almost like walls. GTA 6 uses a lot of ray tracing. It's probably going to be 60 FPS performance mode, 30 FPS quality mode. How did RDR2 release? How did that release? Was that 30 FPS on release? Mountain's a giant visualization blocker for the horizon. Yeah, obviously. This shit fucking goes. Who cares as long as game is good? I don't know. To me, if a game releases at 30 FPS in 2025, I agree with that statement. But the thing is, I know people are so fucking cult-like when it comes to Rockstar that they'll probably still buy it anyway. And here's the thing. They haven't announced PC yet for GTA 6. They're just going to do the same fucking thing that they did with GTA 5. They know people are going to buy it on console. Then they're going to release it on PC a year later, and they know people are going to buy it on PC a year later. If they release on PC, I'll be surprised. Rockstar turning a leaf? That's crazy. I don't see that happening, though. I think they're definitely going to do multiple separate releases just to fucking suck up money out of you. And they're probably going to release the game. I could see GTA 6 releasing at $80. I see it happening. I am certain the C-suite saw Nintendo do it, and they're like, guys, we can do it. I see it releasing at 90 or 100. No. The highest they go, I think, is 60. The highest they go is 60. That's going to be like the goal that they aim for on console. Sorry, but GTA can probably pull off 80. Well, we don't know what GTA 6 is really like from a technical standpoint. We don't know that. We don't know how much simulation stuff they're doing for the game yet. None of us know any of those details unless you work at Rockstar. Someone made a GTA 5 geospatial analysis to calculate the map. What the hell? I don't even know what those words mean. What's a geospatial calculator analysis? I've seen them flatten a paper cup with a car. Isn't that more reason to be like, Although flattening a cup with a car, I guess if you're doing traces with your tires, which they probably are, I guess they could also trace against objects like cups, I suppose. Although in my realm, the cup would probably not even be a singular object. Flattening a paper cup with a car. That's crazy levels of detail. If it's just a bunch of rigid missions ripping off popular crime movies with a detailed open world you can't participate in and a sluggish root motion character controller, this shit ain't getting $80 out of me. Brother, you just defined GTA. What the fuck are you talking about? We'll see. We'll see. I was trying to figure out the playable space of GTA. Oh, as in like, the amount of actual space you can play in GTA. I don't even think that matters. Like the amount of actual playable space is just where missions take place. That's the actual realistic playable spaces of GTA. Unless you play GTA RP, which then opens up doors of a bunch of new things, then it brings a new playable space. Obviously, but that's not in the vanilla version of GTA, so I wouldn't count that. That's modders making use of the fucking video game. I think modding... I need to... learn more about how I can provide modding. I think the zombie survival game could benefit so much from having modding support. You know what game has impressive tech? Kingmakers? Don't mention Kingmakers to me. that game. The devs on that game. Why not? Just reasons. Yeah. One of their leads is a blueprints / coding gatekeeper. Yeah, I'm not touching that game or that studio with a 10-foot fucking pole. What I like about Rockstar is that they always mocap each cutscene, don't have generic dialogue anims. Yeah, I would view Rockstar as just a higher budget, slightly more gamified Kojima. Yeah. Slightly, yeah, that's basically it. Very, very cinematic studio. Actual dev team or their publisher? Listen, I'm not going to go into more detail on it. Rockstar should just publish new maps to FiveM directly at this point. Isn't Rockstar working with FiveM now? They bought it, yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna like, because I would imagine, dude, the GTA RP stuff must have sparked a new beginning for GTA RP. They bought it and then the founders left. Classic. Got our money. Goodbye. If they were even given any money. Technically, I feel like Rockstar could probably be like, listen, you give us your company or we shut you down because you're using our assets. In theory, I bet you that's probably what fucking went down. There was definitely there was something in there. The only mod launcher, I believe, that actually made sure that you owned the game first. I think any mod launcher should probably do that, to be honest. Because then at that point you're playing into some rocky territory. Can't imagine Rockstar was looking for a partnership. Of course not. They saw an opening for a takeover, and they most definitely fucking did. Because they saw GTRP was such a huge thing. It was even like attracting fucking like. It was attracting a lot of people, wasn't it? Like just a lot of eyes. All right. Anyways. The cup might be a GPU particle. GTA RPs where Drake met Ninja? What? Drake played GTA RP? I don't remember Drake playing GTA RP. I don't remember that being a thing. Yeah, that was Fortnite. Pretty sure that was Fortnite. What an interesting, weird time that was. Drake role-playing as a gangster is kind of funny. Okay. I guess we do want these to be double-sided walls then, huh? Okay. So we got our playable space sort of done. I do want some more walls separating these areas though. Again, you see this? Kablamo. We changed up the space a little bit. Make it a bit more interesting. Hell yeah. Make this a double door? Hell yeah. Okay, how do we structure this level? It's an office? I guess it's an office. So glass windows, perhaps. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go full on Japanese, like kind of traditional Japanese for this anymore. Initially, I was going to. This is definitely just going more skyscraper design. I think that's the direction we're kind of heading in with this. Yeah, kind of office vibe. I think we're gonna go for this one. Sort of office vibe. Not like on the nose office vibe, but yeah. I'm gonna make one of the challenges to not break. Wait, no, we can't do that. I was gonna say one of the challenges should be to not break any glass, but then I remembered one of the areas is literally you have to break the glass to move forward. Unless I made it so there was a secondary section you can jump into without breaking the glass. We could do it. I guess it's doable. It's doable. We just have to design around it. But I think that's a good idea, nonetheless. So we got a divider here. Kind of breaks things up a little bit. Also, if they can't figure out that they need to jump through the windows, it's a good pack. Yeah, it's a good little alternative just in case. Pre-broken window. I would, but like, I don't want to do that. One, I'm lazy. But also, I find the alternative landing area to just be interesting. I find it interesting. It adds, maybe it adds a different path. Maybe we make it so this room actually becomes something. You go through a door, we actually go through as like a secondary room or something. I don't know. Could be kind of cool. We'd probably have to place like enemies in here, but then we'd have to make these enemies optional. We'd have to make those optional. I got to figure out the enemy problem that we have right now in terms of our scoring system. That is something I do think does actually need some love. It is problematic. I wanted another office right here. Oh, I don't like the triple pane. That's quite painful. Maybe we just offset this. You know, fuck it. We ballin'. We ballin'. We be ballin'. Yeah, something like that. It doesn't need to be perfectly aligned. Yeah. Painful? Yep. Yeah, that guy. Yep. You really had to make a pun like that, huh? Really? You really had to just... You really just had to do that, huh? There we go. Now we got 2 sections. Cool. Separate yourself from using level design brain for the rest of the project. But the thing is, doing those... Fixing that kill thing and fixing the overall problem that we have in the levels does kind of take some level design. So it is something to think about on an active/passive basis. It's something that I do have to consider. Because I am definitely going to have to fix that kill count issue. Because I do see it as being a flow killer, which is basically the whole point of the game. Flow is like such a huge integral hook of this game, and if we break flow, we break the hook of the game. So. Yeah. You said it. I didn't say the pun though. I want to change this up. Let's do something interesting. This is too boring. Make this angled. Why do I have to do this to myself? Why do I do... I thought you decided on handling it in the scoring breakdown instead of in level enemy spawns. I don't know yet. Because I don't want to remove the concept of having to wipe a level. I think it'll just be a basis of, okay, we just need to change up some of the levels. Or we change the enemy behavior. So if there's a split path and you don't end up encountering one path, that path will end up aggroing onto you no matter what. So then that way you don't have to run to them. I think ultimately that will probably be how we end up doing it. Which is probably how we will do it, I think. You know, I really wanted to make this angled, but now that I think about it, I don't hate myself that much. But it would make this look kind of cool. You know what I mean? But the problem is the floor. I don't have a way of... Well, I could hide the wooden floor with the outside floor by rotating it. It's psychopathic, but it would work. And I slightly bring it above. Okay. But then the problem is now I just made the area that you jump through the window much farther away. Listen, if you... Fuck. I could rotate that entire building, but then I'm working on a 45-degree angle for the level, and I don't really want to do that, TBH. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Because it's like... Can't just rotate it later? Could just angle the wall in that room too. He's on to something. Guys, he's on to something. But then I gotta... But what if we take the entire building and rotate the entire thing? It would be sick, but then I gotta literally make everything fucking angled. But it would be sick. Because I don't think there's any section in the game where we play with like awkward angles that are non 45 degrees. All right, you know what, man? Maybe not. Maybe just bring this in a little closer. So if you jump from the far side, that's on you, skill issue. If you jump from the short side, then works as intended. So I will say, if you jump from this side, that's on fucking you, man. Don't yell at me, okay? Skill issue. Listen, man, if you jump from this side, don't know what to tell you. Go back to middle school. The long side could have that window breakingless route. I was thinking of putting it here. I was thinking of putting it here, but we could... Because then I can use this little room that we have here and like actually make use of it. But the long side could have something as well. Only thought there is it saves you from the longer jump. Either way, there'd be a checkpoint here. If the player dies here, that's on them. I think sometimes we gotta tell the player, hey. Hey, you're a little stupid, but it's okay. You're learning. Cut the crap. Where's the zombie game you've been promising? I've been working on it behind the scenes. You guys just didn't know. I've been working on it in secret. It's going really well. Go to middle school sounds like an achievement. It looks cool. I like it. It's over the top, but I like the angle. Cool. All right, and then I'll figure out the side path later on so that we don't have to break the glass. What if the player hits the window frame beam and dies? I specifically made it so it doesn't have collision, and I'll probably adjust things so that there's a bit of leeway. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to stand up a little bit. I have not stood up in 2 hours, 3 hours. Give me a second. Dude, what the hell, man? Ugh, it hurt my wrist. Ugh. Welcome back, Golden. 5 push-ups completed. I got myself a Nature Valley protein bar. Actually, I wonder, is Nature Valley Canadian or American? Uh-oh. Product of USA. I'm not buying these again. Yeah, that's the last time. Last time I eat this shit. Yep. It tastes like ass. Yeah, this is truly the last time I'm eating this. Oh. Just a bunch of nuts and syrup? Nah, something's not right with this. Maybe it's the soy protein isolate. Spit it out then. Trust your instincts. Nah, man, I need the protein. Not real peanuts. Not real. They're not real. You know, Piper. Some of those peanuts are macadamias. They didn't say there's any macadamia nuts in here. There's so much ass shit in here. There's so much bad stuff in here. Corn syrup, fructose, inulin. I don't even know what inulin is. There's chocolate liqueur, soy lecithin, palm and palm kernel oil, canola oil. What the hell? So much shit in your peanut oil? Man, what the hell? Has the word nature in it? It has to be good for you? This is a scam. It's literally just oil. It's just a bunch of fucking fat. 10 grams of protein, though. Whoa! Wait, is it actually 10 grams of protein? 9 grams of protein. Man, what the hell? Is this a joke? Jerky? Hey, jerky's pretty good, man. It is expensive. I wonder how difficult it would be to make jerky at home. Because it's dried meat, right? Right? Dried meat? Dried? Is that the right term? That's not the right term, is it? It is the right term. Yeah, dehydrated and dried. I made it in the oven, but took like 12 hours. Yeah, I guess that's not worth it if you have to have your oven on for 12 hours. At that point, you might as well just buy the damn thing. I wonder what the power bill would be like for that. Leaving your oven on for 12 hours and then having to keep an eye on it. Get up, Angel. Okay, because of this angled wall, legit the whole world looks skewed. What happened to my fucking brain? Look at this wall. Does nobody see this? Am I going crazy? This looks like it's an angled wall. I'm going fucking crazy, dude. Everything looks angled now. What happened in my brain? The batch is never big enough because it loses like 60% of the mass. Yeah, at that point, you're probably just better off just buying it. If you want it that bad. This has to be some sort of like optical illusion or something in unlit mode. Isn't this supposed to be finished? Watch your words. Hey, watch what you say next. Okay. That's not a threat, but it's close to one. Last super hard Devil stream is wild. Glad I caught it. You know, actually, something that's really cool in UE5, I'm thinking of right now. If you have a packed level actor and you do that all in 90-degree angles, which is easier to do when it comes to snapping and everything, couldn't you take that packed level actor and in the actual world, you rotate that packed level actor? But then when you work on it, it's 90 degrees? Dude. I think you can technically do the same thing in UE4. Like you could change settings of a sublevel. And I think you can give it a unique transform. In all instances have unique transforms. A packed level actor? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that's the whole point. Is to give you control. Now, how much does that mess up the bounds and all this other stuff? I don't know. Probably a lot. Probably messes it up a lot. All right, so how are we feeling about this first area? I think first area is feeling good. Where the fuck am I? Lots of glass in here. Then we got our little balcony. We can see a bunch of cool stuff around the city. Then we go in here. We get a door. Then another door. And then we're out in the open. Then we run across into the next area. We got a side room where more enemies could be. Then we have a little open area, which I'd like to figure out a little bit what we could do here. And then the kind of the big boss's room, where there is no boss fight because I'm not designing another fucking boss. Are you crazy? What do you take me for? A psychopath? Pretty sure all the houses in the medieval sample pack were pack levels. I have not opened up any sample packs. I haven't even opened up the one sample pack I wanted to try out, which is the you guys remember I was overhyped. I was hyping up the fucking motion matching sample pack or sample so much. And then I didn't even open it yet. I haven't even opened it yet. The new animation game sample pack, whatever it's called. I genuinely think... Actually, I'm pretty sure... Okay, someone confirm with me. When we looked at that shitty scam game that was trying to beat GTA, that Paradise game, it was literally just that, the animation game sample animations, right? Like, what animation is it? God, it looks so bad. What the fuck did they do to it? What did they do to the animation? The end animation and turn animation is not correct. What did they do to it? They like fucked it up. Ugh. What did they do? They messed it. How did they mess it up? Using the animations from the animation sample? That's funny. Like, that's fine doing that, but when you're trying to act like you're trying to beat GTA 6 and shit like that, and all this other garbage, yeah, you know, it's kind of like puke. You know, puke. What's happening with that room? Which one? What you talking about? It's a soccer field. What else do you want me to tell you? Why is it so angled? I don't know. I just wanted to spice things up. You ever wake up and you're like, I want to spice things up. You know what I mean? And then you add a little bit of cumin to your chicken or something. You ever thought about that? This was me. I was like, I want to add an angle to my wall. My map is crooked? No, it's not. This is the only thing that's angled. This thing is just an optical illusion. It just looks fucked. Wait, I haven't been looking at YouTube chat. YouTube chat, how are you? Okay, you're fine. Are you sure? Yeah, this wall, I'm telling you, look at the rotation. It's 90 degrees with 0.000023. Can Unreal fix this problem where it just randomly starts adding random decimal numbers at the end of things? Can they fix that, please? Can they just fix that? No? Okay. Did you hear about the driver instability that's happening with NVIDIA right now? Dude, I don't update my NVIDIA drivers. My driver's from like 2024. Fucking March. If you update your NVIDIA drivers whenever they release a new thing, you are playing with fire. I don't know if it's in UE4, but UE5 is a thing where your float will randomly become negative 0.0. I killed my old 980 Ti with the driver update. Yeah, I'm not fucking updating my drivers ever. Even if a game is like, you should update your drivers. How about you go fuck yourself, video game? I'll turn you off before I update my drivers. I would not. I listen, for me, when it comes to a GPU, I find a driver that works for me. Everything's working for 90% for the most part, and I stick with it for the longest time. Yeah. Or I do a shit ton of research on Reddit or whatever with people that have similar GPUs as mine and seeing what they experience with different driver versions. But I never update to the latest GPU driver version. That's asking for a world of hurt. asking for a world of hurt. Yeah. If they ported ALS's layering tech, highly likely something in there fucks with the foot IK bones. I don't know if they used ALS. I don't know if they use ALS. ALS looks different. ALS is a different vibe in terms of foot locking. But yes, you have to create virtual bones and do that whole process if you port over ALS improperly. I hate ALS now. I don't like it anymore. I'm never using it. I think ALS killed Ronin. Genuinely. It killed Ronin. I had such a simple animation system, and then I ported everything to ALS, and it was a pain in the fucking balls, and it was just so unnecessary. The game was fine as is, and then I fucked it all up. I've not updated my AMD GPU driver at all since I got my 7900 XT. Yeah, I just feel like you don't need to update your driver that often. I've been getting black screens where my monitors wouldn't be detected every once in a while, and I never would have guessed swapping my DisplayPort cables around would have been a fix. That video was helpful. Sometimes it's the simplest of things. Sometimes maybe your computer isn't plugged in all the way. Have you thought of, sometimes I've seen that happen before. Someone was like, my computer's not working well. I look at the plug, the shit's fucking halfway in. I'm like, yeah, no wonder, idiot. No wonder, doofus. Sometimes that node pin isn't connected. Yeah. 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 Yeah, ALS is a trap. ALS is a trap. My card has a stand because it's too heavy. The card I currently have has a stand too, and it was the craziest thing when I saw it. They give you a little like foam padded thingy, and they have a no. It's not a stand, but I've seen stands. It's a you plug in the GPU and then you plug into the other PCIe Express ports. You plug in a thing that like holds it up. It's like a metal plate with some little foam things. It just holds the fucker up a little bit. That's the craziest thing. I'm like, dude, this is too big. It's too big. Why did we make this so big? I had to buy a whole new case because my old case didn't fit the GPU. I could use that thing as like a weapon, as a brick. I could throw it at a guy. Boom, unconscious. Insane. I have dead moths under my keycaps. Have you thought about cleaning your keyboard, you sick fuck? What the fuck? You have dead moths under your keycaps? They hired the guy who did ALS to do this motion matching thing, though. I don't know if you knew that. I know. He works at Epic now, which is cool. He's doing great work. I have big windows. But why are they dead? And why are they under your keycaps? Why do they go under your keycaps? Are you putting them there? Are they going there because you have a fucking RGB LED most brightest keyboard ever? Is that why? They just love the light and then they fit under and then you click the keycap and then they die? Is that what's going on? I have a red RGB LED keyboard. I turn off the LEDs. I turn them off. I find it distracting. I actually find RGB to be extremely obnoxious. It's cool, but like I wouldn't want to use it. I have cat hairs in my keyboard. See, like that's, you know, reasonable, okay? I probably have hair in my keyboard too. I got a bunch, well, okay, my keyboard's pretty disgusting, but I clean it. Sometimes. Maybe like every 6 months. Every year. I'm gonna be real. I sweat a lot, so I have a lot of sweat marks, which is kind of gross, but yeah. It's not even that bright. It's like 50%. So that must mean that is the only light turned on in your room. So that means you don't have a light. Do you just like sit in the darkness in your room? Cleaned my PC yesterday and a whole cloud of dust just comes flying out. Yeah, you gotta clean your PC, otherwise it's a fire hazard. All right, guys, remember that. Make sure you clean your dust filters and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, this is looking pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy with it. We do need to work on the second area here, but this is coming along pretty well. Let's get a checklist going for this. This is no longer valid, so let's get that fucker out of here. We need checkpoints. Add doors. We need to add enemies. Add end area. / arena. Building to building action. Yeah. Add end area / add secondary. Hot weather is coming and the whole cast of A Bug's Life comes around. Dude, that's one thing I do hate, like summer and all that kind of stuff, is because of the bugs. One thing I do like about winter is not having to deal with any bugs, for the most part. You still deal with some bugs, but not as many. I hate bugs so much, dude. They're so annoying. The worst. I hate bugs. All right, add checkpoints, add doors, add enemies, add end area / arena, add secondary jump spot in the building 2. Add more walls / details in building 2. Add outer detail buildings. These will be like the other kind of buildings around. Add layers to building 1 / 2 to make them look tall. I posted a picture of my PC on your Discord. Do I want to see this? Okay, let's see. Yeah, see, that looks fine. Yeah, your GPU literally does look like a... Is that the same case I have? Yeah, it is. Actually, yeah, it's the exact same one. I think it's the 5000D. Yeah. Does it have the yellow little tag on the top of the dust filter on the top? Yep. Yeah, that's probably the one I have. It's a good case. Nice and open. My case is against the wall. I don't see the glass at all. It's literally facing the wall. So I don't even see the inside of my PC. Where's the GPU? I can't see it. Motherfucker, it's the big fucking block right here. Literally this enormous block right here. He's got a stick, like a little metal stick holding it up. The RAM sticks are brighter than the GPU and the CPU. The AIO. Shit's so bright. It's so bright, it's causing volumetric fog. I can almost see like a bloom and everything around it. Will you stop talking about moths in my PC? Well, listen, I didn't bring it up. Nice PC. I hate bugs that fly around in your face. Those are the worst. I've had 2 horror, literally like nightmare moments. I don't know what happened. I think there was like bugs swarming in an area, and I did not notice them. And I knew I heard a noise of them swarming, and I walked straight into it. And those were the worst moments. I think I didn't want to go outside for weeks. Yeah. you're a moth, it'd be sick to live inside a gaming PC. Bright lights all the time. It's always warm and protected from predators. Until the guy opens up the PC to check what went wrong. I feel like all of the airflow would actually make it very uncomfortable to be a moth in a PC case. You know his ass ain't doing that. Yeah, probably. If there's a moth in the PC, chances are they're probably not doing that. There ain't no problems with the computer. I popped a spider nest. Ew, ah, 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 ah. Don't fucking say that, man. Don't even bring that up. Ugh. I gotta check my room for any spiders. We're safe for now. Mods, delete that message. Mods? Mods? Guys, where's the mods? Where'd they go? We have no mods. We've lost all mods on the stream. All right, so this is our to-do list for this level. Add more walls, / details, add checkpoints, add doors, add enemies, add end area, add secondary jump spot, add outer detail buildings. Okay, we have some more shit we need to do in here. We need to add floor details, add props. I really hate how I used add in literally every single task. I'm changing it. That actually drove me a little crazy. Seeing add on everything. There we go. Should have some remove tasks. Remove entire level. That would have been nice. Vegetation in soccer field. It's technically not a soccer field, but you know, we have to vegetation. Is that a soccer field for ants? You ever heard of it's not actually a soccer field, but have you ever heard of futsal? Have you ever heard of futsal? No, I know you haven't because you don't do any sports. Actually, let me remember. Is it futsal? I'm pretty sure it's futsal. It is futsal. But usually, I don't think they ever play on grass on that. It's usually on like hard surface, so I guess that doesn't count. That still looks tiny though. Yeah, I think it is actually probably tinier than a futsal. Actually, a little bit larger and it would be a futsal play zone. A little bit larger. It's never on grass. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? See, watch this. Tokyo futsal rooftop. Oh yeah? Now, I'm pretty sure this isn't grass, and I'm pretty sure it looks like it almost looks like fucking like fake foam, but hey. That's called roof ball. What the fuck is a roof ball? It's futsal. Look, it's Adidas futsal. It literally says everywhere futsal park. Okay, it is a bit larger though. I will admit this is pretty small. It's fine. This is a little garden, little rooftop garden. All right. 3-hour stream. We got some tasks. Well, for me, tonight, for me to work on. I'm gonna go make myself another coffee, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I would do a longer stream, but I'm hungry and tired of talking, to be honest. Sponsored by Adidas. No, not sponsored by Adidas. It could be a patio of some sort instead of a futsal surrounded by windows. I want it to be surrounded by windows because I want this area to be relatively open, and I just use these walls as like cover spots. So that's kind of the idea here. Make sure there's no bugs in the coffee cup. Hey, thanks for reminding me, man. Thanks. I would do a longer stream, but no, I won't. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for looking. More work tomorrow, and hopefully today I'm gonna try to get a lot of this stuff done today because I fucked this level. Oh wait, description. Goodbye. See you. Try out the beta branch, please. And if you have a controller, please try it with the controller and let me know how it feels because I changed some stuff on it. So I need to know if people are actually liking it or not, or if they fucking hate it. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Goodbye.